Let's come up with an intro. Hello and welcome, my 7 subscribers.
This is Sam's channel. He's okay, I guess. Do you want it to be like on pitch and then like we harmonize?
Oh no, I don't care. No, I just want to dance to it.
Sam is a person who does things with his camera, except the sexy things, or at least not that I know of.
Actually though, I do have a
sexy video?
Anyway. How to not be a when you meet someone who's trans. That's what we're gonna talk about.
Also known as being polite?
That's not very cynical. You have to be cynical.
So like there are some people in this world that are just butt faces. Don't be a butt face.
Here's the thing about being a butt face. If you're already a butt face, you can change yourself to not be a butt face. When I was growing up, I think I was a bit of a butt face. I didn't believe in transgender people.
Really?
Yes, I didn't believe in gay people.
Really?
But I just assumed that, you know, that would never be me because only bad people are gay. Nobody ever told me that. I just kind of assumed it. That's precisely the reason why you need to sit down with your children and tell them that there's more than just what is socially expected of them, you know?
Wow.
Except I don't obviously have a problem with anybody in the LGBT community anymore.
Really? Because I do, all the time. It's not real. They're brainwashing you.
Bisexuality certainly doesn't exist. Just make up your fucking mind.
Him or her.
It's really difficult for me to adapt to the plural word.
Something that really bugs me about the queer community. For one thing, it's not queer, it's LGBTQ, XYZ, alphabet soup, whatever the f it is. It's like, they want me to accept them as who they are. The Lord above tells me one thing, and that makes it the truth.
You know, girls are girls and boys are boys. If you're not like that, then you're just some weirdo that, like, you know, likes anime.
But like, by the same token, sometimes weirdos are the best people.
No. Yes. I like your earring. I'm glad that it's not infected. So all sarcasm aside, by the way, if you didn't pick up on that, even if I don't like you, you do you. And I do like you, probably.
I really like you.
Okay, so firstly, I'm just gonna clarify for all 7 of you. I am trans. My mind and my body don't really correlate peacefully. There's a discord. I would also like to specify that for someone who is FTM, which stands for female to male, someone like me, it doesn't mean that I want to be a man. It means that I am. You know, when I was like 3 or 4 years old, just a little toddler and like blundering about, I noticed that some people do this type of thing, which later I learned to be masculine things. Some people do this type of thing, which later I learned to be feminine things. Most of the time, in fact, pretty much 100% of the time when I was growing up, girls did feminine things and boys did masculine things. Before I realized that I was a girl or a boy, I developed the schema for masculinity and naturally tended towards it.
So I am not a member of the trans community. I do not identify as a transgender person. That being said, when I was younger, I kind of had the same experience as you. I gravitated towards more feminine qualities. For example, I really liked to wear dresses when I was younger or put on makeup, but I do not identify as a woman. For me anyways, doing those things doesn't imprint an identity on you. It could just be someone expressing themselves.
Exactly. Identity is a conglomeration of as many factors as you can possibly imagine, and what you just talked about is something called expression. Just to simplify it, within gender identity, there are a few things that you sort of reference, and that would be gender expression, gender identity, which is he, him, his, she, her, hers, they, them, theirs, however you choose to identify, I mean, for lack of a better term, I guess, and your biological sex. You can't really change your biological sex. You can come into your gender identity, and you can choose how to express yourself. You can choose to express yourself the way you think is actually you, or you can choose to express yourself the way people expect you to express yourself. If you're content doing that, if you are that type of person, go for it. But if you're a little boy who likes to put on dresses, go for that too. It doesn't mean you're a woman. It just means that that's how you want to express yourself. How old were you when you were doing this?
It's like 3.
Do you think he was thinking the complexities of gender identity? No, he just wanted to put on a f***ing dress.
There's always a one way or another way to do things, and that there's never like a middle ground of what's accepted. At the moment, I have 3 pairs of short shorts sitting in my dresser in my room. When I wear them, do I feel good? Yes, because I have amazing legs and I like to show them off to the world. These shorts, which were made for women, does not mean that I identify as a woman. I have really nice legs.
And he wants to show people.
Like,
work, girl. Stomping.
Wait.
You kidding me?
What?
My shirt. Okay, gender binary. Well, since the majority of the population is born cisgender, if you are male, you identify as a man. If you're female, you identify as a woman. The binary stems from that because it caters to the general population. And it is pretty detrimental to those who don't conform to it. It would be worthwhile for people who don't know too much about it to become more accepting and to, you know, willingly alter pronouns and names.
I have a few friends who fall outside of the gender norm. When I found this out, like, without hesitation, it's just like, okay, it's not my place to decide what I get to call this person, or any person for that matter. Who you are is one of the very few things that is yours. Other people should not only be willing and ready and able, but accepting and encouraging of this.
Although it may be slightly inconvenient or even like awkward to start changing pronouns right off the bat, it's nothing compared to the dysphoria that you are causing another human to experience. It is absolutely nothing. If you are intentionally using the wrong pronouns to prove a point, there is a special place in hell for you.
There is no point to prove.
Exactly. That person may experience really, really horrible side effects from the gender dysphoria. If someone asks something of you, if they trust you, if they are earnest when they are asking you, to respect their pronouns and their name change, you better do it.
Don't be ashamed to ask.
Yes.
It also depends on like the comfort level that you have when you're with these certain people.
Yes, that is definitely. Everybody is so used to the gender binary that it's difficult to adapt. The point that we're trying to make is that we want to normalize it so that people don't feel like they have to adapt.
Yeah.
Up the pronouns down. It's not that hard to take the S off of she. It's really not.
Wow, I never thought about it like that.
E.
Hey.
If you have any other questions about trans-related things, then why don't you leave a comment below? You know, like, share, subscribe if you want to send this to someone who might not know. You want somebody to learn a bit more, you want to send it to someone you hate or someone you love, just do it. Tumblr, Twitter, follow me. If you want to see us talk about holiday parties, go on over to his channel.
Yeah, maybe I'll do something serious on my channel one day. Maybe.
Bye!
Bye!